Alright guys, so in this video I'm going to show you how I brought this chaos into the context of a beat and created this. It ended up being a song called I Don't Like Crowds Anymore, and here's how it started. So let's talk about turning randomness into music. Now, randomness has always been a part of my life. It's a part of life in general. I think it's beautiful, but it's not always conducive to creating music. You know, music has to be rhythmic. It has to be melodic in ways, and randomness doesn't always give that. But there are ways we can control that chaos that is randomness and turn it into music. So let's get into that. So for this beat, I was inspired by this specific preset in the Matrix 12 plugin in the Arturia V bundle. So I'm just gonna play a few keys. I think it's so cool, but you know, it's pretty random. So I was just messing with some chords and this is what I had. Musical in some ways, but not quite something you can make into a beat. So from there, I recorded a bunch of versions of it. I have a version that sounds like this. I have a version that sounds like this. A few other versions. But through the creation of all those various versions of that chord progression using that plugin, I was able to find some various pieces that I liked, and I structured them together in a way that was melodic and created the melodic arc that I wanted. And this was what came out of it. So see, in that beginning part, I have, you know, that kind of nice explosion of sound, and then a repeating of one sample that I really like. That's one thing that I use when I'm creating with randomness, is the repetition of samples to kind of create a rhythm inside of something that is arrhythmic. So that's how it starts. I just thought that was a beautiful part of one of the loops. And then, you know, moving on to a different sample here. And then moving on to, you know, the fourth part of our sample. None of those came in that order though. Like with this, it sounded like and then, you know, everything but that small piece wasn't really usable. Then, you know, with this, you've got kind of the same thing going on. You can hear you know, and only that piece really fits where I put it. So it's about finding those little pieces and, you know, placing them where you want them to be. You know, like I said, controlling that chaos. So now that we know what we did to control the chaos, let's move forward and see what else was layered on top to add the other rhythmic elements. So that's one example of how I use randomness and kind of control it in my music. And if you want to hear how the rest of the beat was formed, you can check out the videos over here. And if you have any questions, pop them down in the comments or come to one of my Twitches on Monday or Wednesday from 7 to 9 p.m. You can ask all the questions you want. I'll see you next time. Bye.